What are the benefits of accepting EAPs or employee assistant programs? So here's the thing about EAPs is they can be a really great way to convert private pay clients. A lot of the times what happens is that an EAP will authorize anywhere, usually no less than 3 sessions, and up to, I've seen some EAPs authorize up to 40 sessions. That's really like on the high end. I would say around maybe 10 sessions is, 2 to 10 sessions. They come in, you assess what's going on, you give them some feedback, and then you provide a referral. The thing about EAPs is that a lot of them allow you to self-refer. So what that means is that they come, they have their 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions, they build rapport with you, they really like you, you don't accept their insurance, but they want to stay with you. So they will go ahead and pay your private pay rate for the therapy because they've built great rapport. And so it's really a great way to build a private pay practice is by accepting some EAPs. A lot of the times EAPs are really easy to work with. They send you referrals. They're very clear about the referrals. The only thing that gets a lot of people kind of caught up is that you have to do some paperwork. Usually you have to provide some kind of information about, the referral process, the assessment process. And a lot of people don't necessarily want to do that additional paperwork, but a lot of the times that paperwork is worth it because you're going to get a really high quality, a referral from EAPs. And so it can be a really good way to build up your practice. It can also be a really good way. What I always really enjoyed about working with EAPs is that because they came from the employers, a lot of the times they could fit their therapy session within their workday. So they didn't necessarily need to come after work, which those slots get really full. And if somebody's only coming 3 times, it's really hard to block out like a Thursday at 6 o'clock, which is a prime time session. A lot of the times people were able to come at, let's say they were able to come at 2 o'clock on a Thursday. And so I always used EAP sessions as fillers. If I had like some holes in my schedule, then I would let the EAP know, like, yes, I have some availability to see, 1 or 2 clients over the next few weeks, especially maybe a client was on vacation or I terminated with somebody, I had some spots. And so I always really enjoyed having EAP clients like fill up those gaps and those holes in my schedule. A lot of the times people ask, how can I fill my daytime slots? EAPs are a great way to fill daytime slots. Again, because a lot of the times they're referred specifically from their employer, they're allowed to come during their work hours. And so they might need a lunchtime or early or maybe a little bit later, maybe like a 4 o'clock. But I found very often it wasn't necessarily they needed evening times. So if you're wondering, how can I fill up my daytime spots? You may want to consider taking 1 or 2 EAPs. You can find out what are the highest paying EAPs. So there are a few EAPs out there that do pay very well. They pay pretty comparable to a private pay rate. On the other end, a lot of EAPs do pay like in that $60, $70 range, which may be on the low end. But again, if you're thinking long term, if you can get a referral, you see them 3 times at that $60 rate, and then you convert them over to your private pay rate and you see them for X amount of time, that can be a really good marketing tool. You just think about how you're, you're using the EAP as marketing, really. And so you are taking a lower rate, but you're getting those referrals pretty easily. And a lot of the times when you build a good rapport with the EAP, they will send you a lot of referrals. We get a fair amount of referrals from a variety of EAPs because we've established really good relationships with their reps. That's the thing about EAPs is they have reps. So they have people that get to know you, they get to know your area, they get to know your specialties, and they will send you referrals, especially if you're able to accept those referrals fairly easily, if you're able to really help their clients. And so EAPs can be kind of a good way to, fill in those daytime schedules. So I'm going to give you one more benefit of taking EAPs, but let's first thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you're looking for an electronic health record to really run your online, in-person, or hybrid practice, Whether you're taking insurance or doing private pay, you can do any kind of billing through there. Like you can bill the insurance companies, you can bill your clients, you can run credit cards at a very reasonable rate, and you can send reminders to your clients. TherapyNotes is really a full service electronic health record with a wonderful customer service component. So be sure to check out TherapyNotes. So another really good benefit of taking EAPs is that you really get to meet a lot of people. You're going to get a wide variety of people coming through your office. They might all be coming for anxiety, but they're usually people who are in, professional positions. They're people who send a lot of referrals from maybe their offices. That has been my experience, is that we will then become sort of like the therapy office for some particular, department or office, or, some kind of component of some kind of business. They will send 2 or 3 people from their department there, maybe to different therapists. We do that all ethically, but it's really cool to sort of become the practice for, a business. And so it's a really great way to make a name for yourself. You get to know different people within the business, whatever organization it is. A lot of, very popular EAPs are government, any kind of government employees, any kind of hospital employees, any kind of university employees. They all have EAPs and they do refer quite often. And so it is a really great way to get referrals and to really get your name out there. So maybe you'll consider taking an EAP, and that will be in line with your practice. So I am here most days answering your questions. Thanks for being with me today, everybody. See you soon. Bye.